had the great privilege of being at the Comic-Con panel 2 years ago when we first got a glimpse at all things Interview with the Vampire. So I'm curious, what has it been like reflecting on what it was like back then versus how ravenous this fandom is at this point and how massive of a hit it is?
I don't know.
We were just so terrified that everyone was going to hate us. I remember just being backstage before we went onto that panel 2 years ago and just, yeah, feeling like the world was ending.
You didn't tell us that.
We were so nervous. I mean, it was just so nerve-wracking. Because obviously, people love the film and they love the book and they're like, who are these guys?
Right? There's like just 2,000 arms crossed.
Who
like,
are you?
How are you going to screw this up?
Yeah, yeah. It was scary, yeah. But we haven't done our panel yet. So
They're right. It could be the same people going, you screwed it up. Yeah.
I actually had a girl sitting next to me clutching her Anne Rice novels during it. She was very excited.
Yeah, like you.
He's clutching.
Oh my God, you were the girl.
This place is so once. Yeah. I mean.
So I'm curious from a behind the scenes perspective, I think one of the reasons why the show resonates so much is that it avoids a lot of the tropes that we've grown accustomed to, especially with anything more fantastical, anything in the romance genre. Is that something that you are consciously trying to avoid as you are working behind the scenes, or is that just natural?
I mean, that's definitely your question.
Well, it's lovely for you to say, but I think probably in the writers' room we do think we're writing tropes. We're just trying to find the weird back door. You can't write any scene and think that there isn't somebody writing the exact same scene somewhere on that very day, somewhere in Los Angeles, in New York, or London. Much less, the last like 30 or 40 years. So you're constantly just trying to put Anne in the room and see what would this crazy woman do if she was taxed with doing the television show. And if it feels familiar, or if anybody can call it out, you're always just, well, what else can we do so that you're delivering original scenes for these people. I feel like they haven't done, and we're constantly just thinking about how we're be Delainey, be Assad, be Sam, and because that's always in the end what it is. A writer comes and delivers and goes, I hope this is good, please love me, like that, and then run away.
Maybe you say, come back here, fix it.
Yeah, a little, as it should.
Well, speaking of, writing these really amazing scenes, Delainey, you go out with a bang at the end of the most recent season. Obviously, great material to work with, but your performance, incredible. How did you prepare for that incredible strength that you had to show during a really difficult scene?
Honestly, I don't actually know. No, no. I spoke with Emma a lot, and we had I met her in her office, and we had poke bowls together, and we were talking about how I envision it and how she envisioned it, and we met in the middle, and then it's kind of weird because you have all these plans, and then you get in the room, and it's like, okay, this is no longer the plan, and I think that was the plan, to not have a plan, and see what kind of came out of the scene. I was bouncing off everyone's energy in the room, so it was it was very collaborative, and I think it helped me a lot find, Claudia's pain in that scene.
Now, I do love season 2, but we've got to already dive into. I'm very excited to see another season of this show. I'm sure there's not too much that can be shared just yet, but I understand that next season is going to dive into the Devil's Minion storyline.
Who's feeding you this?
This was on the internet.
The internet. Well, those people.
Actually, I believe they said it was you who confirmed it. What? No, not you.
Well, he just made the fledgling thing. It just started. Yes, we've been thinking about it for a while, and we will progressing it. Blah blah blah. But the show it's the vampire Lestat. First and foremost, there are other characters that are going to be. That's the thing that we're most concerned with. Yes, that will not drop. There will be story points leading towards the devil's. Yeah. I think the whole thing is the Devil's Minion. The whole thing, every interaction you've ever had with him is already part of the Devil's Minion.
I agree.
Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think it's being incorporated. The Devil's Minion is a concentration of their who Armand and Malloy are for the whole sort of series. So I think that's what.
Yeah, I think everybody's asking for this one very aggressive chapter in the third book of this thing, and we're giving them seasons and seasons and seasons of Devil's Minion. It's coming. It's happening. Don't worry about it. All good.
Assad, what are you most excited to put to life from that? Any particular chapter?
There's a little chapter there that people might know. No, I am just. I've always just been just grateful to be on this journey, and I think the thing that these guys do so brilliantly is that no one is really sort of just filling the space just to be there, and it's so rich. So whatever happens in the future, I'm just like super grateful to be there.
No, something else that we know about the season is we're gonna get a little bit of a musical journey. So I'm curious, what does that mean? How far are we pushing what it means to have a musical component to this story? Full musical episode? People on stage? What can you tell me?
Oh man. Okay. All right.
I mean, before don't say too much.
I won't say. Yeah.
Tell me.
Look, there's a missing person here right now because he's taking care of his beautiful infant child right now. But it's Daniel Hart, who's been doing our music for 2 seasons, doing. I have no shame saying this, the best scoring in TV or movies for the last 3 years. They're extraordinary scores, and he's about to. All of his 18-year-old dreams are about to come true. And the guy who used to tour with Bowie is coming back, who used to open for Bowie. That guy is coming back, and we're going to write a bunch of songs. And they're going to be sung by this guy.
Well, so that brings me to you, Sam. How are you preparing for this epic rock star journey that you're about to go on?
Drugs. I'm taking a lot of drugs, and they're flying me around in a private plane.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
You wish.
Yeah. I'm just, like living like a permanent rock star. Yeah.
And every mini mall karaoke a night that's there, he's just jumping in and sort of working it out.
That's a perfect way to prepare.
Yeah.
Now, I don't need to tell all of you how unbelievably passionate the fan base is online. I feel like that's how I first heard about this show, was just these fans are really excited. So there's always the amazing side. I know you love your fans. How do you deal with sometimes the critiques from fans, sometimes the more toxic side that can come out, especially on Twitter/X?
I don't see it. I made that decision on season 1, and it's really helped with my mental health. I think, it's wonderful for everyone to have comments and opinions, and it's fantastic to be in a show that generates so much reactivity. I mean, we were just saying this before, it's really hard to feel engaged by things today. There's so many traumatic things happening in the world in general. So when you feel excited by a television show, excited enough to be angry or hurt or cry with us or laugh with us or be furious or makes you question things or brings up really important conversations that can reflect in society in a much greater scale. That is a huge honor that we carry, and we get to be a part of a show like that. It's not helpful for us to see it. It doesn't really do us any favors. We have to come back and do this show and deliver this show for you so that you can keep having those really intense conversations, but we don't need to see it.
You don't sneak a peek every now and then?
No, I don't. Not anymore. I mean, I did in the first season, and I learned my lesson because I couldn't sleep for 6 months. But you have to be able to do your job. Yeah. But
Now, obviously, we're here at Comic-Con this weekend where we're celebrating all of our favorite things to watch on TV, in movies. So I'm curious for each of you, what is on your watch list right now? What are you looking forward to watching or watching right now?
That's here at Comic-Con or just general?
Anything.
I just finished season 4 of The Boys, and that was pretty epic. So I don't know if they have something going on here at Comic-Con,
Oh,
but
they do.
oh, they do. Okay, cool. Well, then I'm excited about that.
I just watched a trailer for something like upstairs with you. What was that called?
Agnes.
Agnes's thing.
Oh, well, it was Agatha all along.
yeah,
that
that we watched a
Agnes.
silent
Who's
trailer
Agnes?
on a television. I thought, wow, that's a great cast. Wow, that show looks cool. So I don't know. I haven't seen it with sound on, but that sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
I'm so far behind. I haven't even seen the most recent season of The Bear, which I have to catch up on. So, but there are a number of things. I'm looking at billboards here in San Diego and thinking, oh, I'd like that. Oh, I should see that. I've heard good things about that. So I've got a lot of work to do.